All right. Welcome back into the channel. I, of course, am the Gibbo 304. So we're starting a new series. It's called Share Your Rig. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope it gives maybe some ideas for some, DIYs, do-it-yourselves. Do some extra builds, add some things to your rigs. It's kind of the whole concept of this little series I'm going to put together. So, as an intro, each week, this is it. You guys are going to get to see our setup. So here we go. As you can see, we've got 3 monitors. One's a TV. That's what we do all of our racing off of course, with our VR. And of course, we got our tablet and everything set up here with our FANATEC wheel. That's our wheel there. We got our pedals set up down here with a light overlooking it, so you guys have that camera shot on stream. Mess. Then we got our gaming PC back here in the corner. See the backdrop every day. There's our streaming PC, which is hooked up to the monitor that you see right there. That's it. Here's our little air conditioner that I'm always bragging about when we get it turned on. Lights up, blows us some nice cold air, fill it up with some ice water, helps out real good. That's it. That is the Gibbo setup. So as we get along, go through this series, hope you guys find something that maybe might give you some ideas to add to your rigs and have for what you got going on with your setup. So hope you enjoy the series, and as always, we'll see you out on track. All right. Here we are. We are back. Hope everybody's had a great Sunday. Take a quick swig. All right, so you get the gist there from the intro, what we got going on here on this short little stream. And on the weeks that we may have softball, I'll have a video prepared, set up, basically the same way I'm doing the streams. That way it kind of keeps a, same kind of video going through. So as I said in the intro, my whole vision of this is, it might not be something too fancy with the production and stuff until later down the road. But as we go through things, I want to showcase some of our community members' streaming areas, their gaming areas, the rigs that they use, the builds that they've done themselves to set up for their rig. So first one we'll get into tonight is a team member. He is a part of the DUBV racing team. He has his own channel, which we'll showcase off at the end. And of course, all the channels are in my description as well, so you can find them down there to go support the other guys' channels. That's something else I want to do with this series, is not only showcase their setups, but if they stream, get their name, help get their name out there even more. I'm not that huge of a channel, but what I can do is, help spread the word of other guys' channels and help out. That's, you know, what we all do. So our first one is Auto Joe. We'll start by bringing up his channel image here. So you can find him there at Auto Joe GT. So that's his channel. And I will flip up to the top of the list. I thought it was so funny that he sent me what he sent me here. Well, let me do this before we got to start to show off their stuff. So there's his channel, GT Auto Joe GT. Look him up. Link is in the description. Show him some support. But I thought it was so funny. The first picture he sent me was a picture of his kid there on his rig. Thought that was a good touch to start the night off here. So you see there, this is where he started. I thought it was hilarious, and I did the same for a while. I had my pedals up on my box. So he's not the only one that started there. I'm sure there's many others. Looks like he's got the Gran Turismo up. It looks like a Thrustmaster wheel. Yeah. I'm going to guess that's the G29 maybe. I had the 923. Oh yeah, right there you can see Thrustmaster. Nice headset. I like the headset. So that's where he started. Not a bad little gig to get yourself going, get, you know, in the game on a wheel and everything. Then he looks like he's upgraded, bought himself the FANATEC wheel, got him a nice little rig set up. Got his pedals all set up. Looks like, I don't know if it's the same seat. We'll see if it's the same seat or if he's updated the seat, but that thing looks comfortable as can be. Looks like he's got a little stream deck there right beside him. I guess that's either power supply. Another power supply down there. Not bad. Looks like a cat post in the background. Cats climb up there, I'm gonna guess. There we go. So now he's got that rig up underneath his table. That's back on the PS4 still. And looks like he's got his PS5 back here on this side. I like this little makeshift end table he's got there. That's an awesome idea. Because just big enough to hold a controller and stuff, keep things out of your way. I like that. Looks like he's snug tight in here beside his dresser. But that's that upgrade. That's when he... Looks like when he upgraded the wheel and everything. Oh, so this actually probably should have been before the rig. I had it out of order. So it looks like he upgraded the wheel first, and then he got himself that rig down the road. And now he's got all that in there combined. With the rig in there, he's got a little laptop swinging out there with his cam on there. Got his mic arm like that. It looks good. But what he's got in the end, man, I really like his setup. This flag poster that he's got hanging here I love that. The blue light on it and everything, it looks so good. Added in his streaming PC back here. Dodger Stadium, we can shake that off. Looks good though. That couple extra monitors. Oh, skipped one. This is, I believe, his most recent setup now. He's got the vertical monitor set up. He's removed the laptop from here, and he's got a keyboard set up there for himself now. Really good. I love it. I love the blue lighting. So definitely check him out at Auto Joe GT. So that's number one on our list here. We've got two other guys. So Auto Joe was, like I said, I picked him first mainly because alphabetical order. Whenever I started pulling the pictures off and putting them in folders. But two, because I wanted to show off that flag and everything in the background. I absolutely love that. I tell him all the time. That and his big ass sexy beard. But so now the next guy, this is actually a gentleman, and we'll show this off real quick. As a fellow guy, which will be probably in episode 2, that sent me to his Discord and told me I can grab some guys' stuff off of here anytime. So you'll see this next gentleman is actually on his Discord, and we've borrowed his setup for this as our number 2 in this episode. And if I say his name wrong, please correct me, but I believe it's George or George. Let me open it up in the other photos. There we go. Probably should have saved this out a little bit better. We may have to pop it up in the Discord here so we can see it a little better. Let me. Didn't think it would do all that here. Okay, so he says, my rig, at least for now, next week my new rig with the seat will arrive for updating. Then it's time to rebuild to be continued. So this is a better image there of that one on the left. You see, he just has a nice little setup on the side of a desk. He got his pedals on an actual frame underneath the desk. I like that. That's pretty cool. And there's a better image of his pedals there, which you can't really see in that side image. So he's got the Moza wheel and pedals. I like that bracket they give. Looks like it may be a little bit of a pain in the butt dealing with it, but man, I bet it's a little bit better secure than the one I use. And I'm not sure what this is here. Is that a webcam, I wonder? I'm not exactly sure, but he's got a Stream Deck Air. He's got a nice tablet set up on the front of the wheel. I'm gonna guess for telemetry and stuff. Nice little setup. I love that. And then, as he's upgraded, let me slide this over. We'll get to the point where he sends the upgraded images. Okay, so he says, oh, was I smart? I actually did save those out big. Never mind. Doing so much here. Okay, so he says puzzle or rig puzzle. So his stuff has started to arrive. He says after a few hours, so he started building on it. Let's get a better look at that one there. As you can see, all the pieces strung all over. Fastening the seat to the rig was a tough nut to crack, he says. So that's when he started working on the seat. I love the view out the window right there. See his PC headset there. I absolutely love that. That's like a freaking awesome gaming room. So there he almost finished already with wheelbase and pedals, he says. So let's get a better view of that one here. Oh my gosh, that seat looks so comfortable. If he joins in and checks out the this video, I sent him a message letting him know that we were using his setup in there. So he'll have to let us know how comfortable that seat is. But nice little view of the backyard there, right out the window. Of course, in the end, I think he turns it this way. We'll see here in a few minutes. Then he says, oh, wait. I guess I didn't save the last one out, so we'll just use Discord for this last one. It says, then today the monitor stand connected tomorrow. A few longer cables are missing. There he's got his nice little setup. Oh, he did keep it that way. But curved monitor there. read a book while he's driving. I love it. Awesome little use of a small area. It's awesome. I like that keyboard tray too. It's pretty sweet. So that is George. I'm not sure where he's from. If he streams, I didn't get any info from him on that. But yeah, awesome setup, man. And just to make sure, okay, that's all of his that we had saved. And then, of course, for our third and final, this guy's been around pretty much all my life. He's been a second brother, pretty much growing up and everything, and was real good friends with my brother, and he has done something pretty amazing. I love it. I think it's awesome. If I had the space and everything, I wanted to do the same. I'm just trying to scroll back here in Discord so I can find it, because I did the same thing with saving videos with the text out, and it's not going to show up that well, so we'll get it in up here in just a second. But I had to use his as the third one for this whole series, episode 1, because it is I'm trying to find it here. It is the one that kind of gave me the idea of starting this series because of how much work he put into it. Jump to present. Now we can back up. And here we go. Okay. All right. There's a lot to this one, so we want to go through it pretty good. Okay, so this is DUBV 88, also known as Hellbound Diver. Of course, you can check his channel. Show him some love. Pop that up there real quick. Add Hellbound Diver there on YouTube. So go show him some support for his channel. But as we go through his, we'll go pretty much through the story, because, like I said, he put a lot of work into what he set up and everything. So he says he promised a look into his DIY setup and everything that he's done. Hope this helps anyone to save some cash and do it yourself. That's the whole idea of this series, right? So that's why we're ending with his tonight. It all started with a shitty bungee wheel impulse buy at Walmart one night. All right, so he bought the T80 just one random night. This is back PS4 days. So he just hooked it up on the side of a card table that he had sitting around and started having a blast. That was his first intro into sim racing. The old T80. Tried some stupid stuff at first, so he had to wait on the wheels or on the pedals so it wouldn't slide around. Good stuff. So my brain went to work, and I had some wood laying around. I made a simple box and mounted legs up to the shelf, and cut some wood at an angle to lay the pedals for good support. Blah blah blah. So there you can see. He took the little table, set it up, added those pedal slants in there, brought it in, and that was working out for him. Now this is where it gets good. Okay. So we won't scroll down here yet. And of course, after a few months with this was no longer good enough for me. I had better ideas. I found some other builds on Reddit and shopped around the junkyards for a good seat. I built a box with studs to mount the tracks to. Then I connected the two boxes. After a little while, the connection of the two was a problem for getting in and out. So I used a different shelf and mounted pedals to it and mounted the shelf to the seat box. Also, this is when I upgraded to the first force feedback wheel, the T150. So there's his seat that he bought from the junkyard with a ripped off, cut off seat belt. And that's where he's got it hooked up there. And you can see that he's got the two separate pieces that he mounted onto the front of his seat box. Really good idea, I think. There's his 150. Good side view of that seat box that he's got set up. And all that. Then after a long time, I decided to upgrade my wheel because someone I know had to have a better wheel than me. I couldn't let him do that. I believe he's talking about me. I'm not sure. My 923, I still use daily. I love it, even from day one. But I got on Reddit again and found some inverted pedals ideas. Said to myself, well, now I have to. It's all right. So he decided to take those pedals out of that and set them up. And this is where I fell in love with what he did. So he's got these pedals inverted, set up all nice, to where now he can just take them and he sticks them right in. And all these pictures are in our Discord, of course. So anybody that wants to go back and find them, you're able. And then he just takes, we've already searched through them. So he just takes that and puts it right down onto his build. Then after some time, I kept finding flaws in every aspect of my design. I had the idea for a complete rebuild. I did it. I had it. I had so many different designs that I wanted to do and still want to do. But this one made the most sense for my home. I made a simple rectangle box. And with studs, mounted everything, blah, blah, blah. You can read onto that. Mounted his 43-inch screen, optimal distance for the best field of view, and added some LEDs because why not? So there you can see. Now that's awesome. I love what he did there. Because now like it's all one, but he can also build that pedal piece right on the end, right? So there's what it looks like set in the corner. Beautiful little setup. There's his lighting. I like that he finished the sides with some slats just to dress it up. So that turned out real good. Then my wife gave me a gaming PC so I can try other sims out. So making that a part of the rig was an easy step. I just mounted legs with feet onto the left side there, which you can see him added that in. That's perfect. I really love how he's put it all together. And then he kind of gives some more detail. He had a major issue with the Logitech pedals with the potentiometer, whatever crap. I hated those. I was so glad to get rid of them. So after looking all over the message boards, I found the best pedal replacement out of the UK and installed them. That was 2 years ago, and they are still running strong. You can see some of his upgrades there. And he just puts those into holes and remounts them. Oh. Is that one? So now we get to the current day build for the most part and how it's looking. And this is how it sits today. There is a lot going on with the cords, but the rig was designed for that side to be on the wall, but we moved the room around this way and it works. So all those cords were supposed to be on the other side, but so you can see he's got his PC here to be able to have a second monitor, which that's our team website. Of course, you can check that out. And that's how he's got everything set up. He's moved things around a little bit. Still got the same old floorboard and everything in there. Inverted pedals are still there. Everybody's got cord issues. I mean, that's just part of the game. I love the little trash can in the back corner. And you'll see I think in the next picture why he has this little trash can here. Wait, maybe not that picture. I think they're sitting down here. You'll have to watch down there. So that's his PC. You can see how his cords come out to go to each pedal out the back of the box. There's his capture card hanging on there, running into the PC. There it is. Gotta show it off. He's got his little candy buckets down here. So those little trash cans for all his candies. But yeah, really awesome do-it-yourself build. I think from start to finish, where he started to where he's at nowadays is absolutely awesome. And love to see all the work and time he's put into it. Does this say here on the... Got himself a little bumper sticker. Hillfire. But so that's where he sits. And that is the end of episode 1. Of course, we have some other guys that have been posting their rigs, so you can check out some gag rigs and things in there that guys have been posting. And who knows who actually used this, because it looks like it was used. But definitely, each week we'll have a new set of 3 at least that we show off. So guys, post some videos, post some pictures of your setups. Give us a little story of where you began. You see how Johnny did with his, how I ran through it. And we'll go through it. We'll give it a breakdown. Again, if you stream, make sure you let me know your channels, so that way I can throw them up here for you and be able to plug your YouTube channels, your Twitch channels, whatever you want plugged. And we'll throw it up there. But next week, it is possible that I will be at a softball tournament, so look for that episode to be in just a video format, maybe not a live stream. But for most part, we will start doing these every Sunday. Give guys some ideas of how to set their rigs up, little additions that maybe they see in some of these pictures and they want to add to theirs. If you want to, like I said, give me a little video tour that we can show off of your rig and your setup. You want to show off anything that you think's pretty cool about your rig, makes it unique, put it in the video. Give us a snapshot of it. Anything you want to do, we'll add it in. But other than that, fellas, that's going to be it for episode 1. Definitely appreciate everybody stopping in, checking out the episode. And we will be back next week. I should have ended it on this channel. Have a good evening, folks. All right. Welcome back into the channel. I, of course, am the GIBO-304. So we're starting a new series. It's called Share Your Rig. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope it gives maybe some ideas for some, DIYs, do-it-yourselves. do some extra builds, add some things to your rigs. That's kind of the whole concept of this little series I'm going to put together. So, as an intro, each week, this is it. You guys are going to get to see our setup. So here we go. As you can see, we've got 3 monitors. One's a TV. That's what we do all of our racing off of course, with our VR. And of course, we got our tablet and everything set up here with our FANATEC wheel. That's our wheel there. We got our pedals set up down here with a light overlooking it, so you guys have that camera shot on stream. Mess. Then we got our gaming PC back here in the corner. See the backdrop every day. There's our streaming PC, which is hooked up to the monitor that you see right there. That's it. Here's our little air conditioner that I'm always bragging about when we get it turned on. Lights up, blows us some nice cold air, fill it up with some ice water, helps out real good. That's it. That is the Gibbo setup. So as we get along, go through this series, hope you guys find something that maybe might give you some ideas to add to your rigs, and have for what you got going on with your setup. So hope you enjoy the series, and as always, we'll see you out on track.